So you get this offer for new credit card with 0% interest, at least for 12 or 18 months. And sure, it sounds great, right? But don't apply for it yet if you don't want the trick the credit company is using that will actually work against you. By the way, a little bit later in this video, I'm gonna share with you 2 good reasons why you actually should open 0% interest credit card. Now, before I jump to this video, just a quick disclaimer. This video is not a financial advice. I'm just simply sharing my experience and what works for me. However, you are solely responsible for your own financial situation, which includes the use of credit cards. And now let's go back to the video. So you see, when you apply for this zero interest credit card, of course, this is only introductory period, which means after 12 or 18 months, that credit card will go back to full interest rate, which is right now 22, 24, or even 29%, depending on the credit card, of course. Now, the problem with this idea is because we have this new credit card, we tend to spend more money, maybe for some purchases we normally wouldn't do, because after all, we have this 12 or 18 months to pay it off, right? Well, unfortunately, that's not really what happens. And yes, some people pay it off before that time, but there is also some huge percent of people who will not be able to pay it off before that time, and therefore they will pay this high interest, and credit cards know that. Now, this is actually why these credit cards offer this deal anyway, because they know at least 70% of people who get this new credit card with 0% interest will actually shop on this new credit card a little bit more than normally. They will buy some things that they probably shouldn't. And of course, some of them won't be able to pay that balance finally, so the credit card issuer will make the money from the interest. Now, I would say if you already have few good credit cards, don't apply for the new one, just because this card is 12 or 18 months interest free. However, here's 2 main ways you can benefit from the 0% interest rate financially, and perhaps this should be the only 2 reasons you would apply for this card in the first place. So the first reason is if you have high balance on 1 or more credit cards, then you can transfer these balances to this new credit card. And yes, this new card will still charge you the transaction fee, which is on average 4%, although it could be lower or higher. However, you will still save some nice money on interest. So in this situation, it might be worth it. Now, with that being said, of course, just because you transfer this balance, you're not gonna buy anything extra on this new credit card and even on the old credit card. Now that your balance is 0 on that card, and you will try to pay off the full balance, yes, to 0. I'm talking about that new credit card, of course, and you will do it aggressively, pay as much as you can every single month. So you want to be absolutely sure that you will never reach that 12 or 18 months period, and preferably that balance would be at 0 even few months before. And the second valuable reason to apply for this credit card is if, for example, you have some money on the checking or savings account, then you can keep making all the purchases on this new credit card. Remember, only buying the things that you normally would, and you're gonna transfer the money that you currently have, let's say on the checking account, to a good high yield savings account, for example, which right now give you about 4.5% interest annually. So at least that way you will earn some interest by delaying spending the money for the basics like food, gas, bills, and etc. because you put it on that new card, so it's 0 interest at least for a while. But of course, the most you're gonna spend on that new credit card is the matching or slightly lower amount compared to what you have in your high yield savings account. So then before this introductory rate ends, you will be able to pay everything off very easily. Now, if you're looking for some good high yield savings account, check this video next. Capital One is one of these banks, and this is my experience with it. And as always, thank you for watching.